Hello, I just want to introduce myself. I'm Diana Boskovic, and I want to ask you a few questions about what happens when a person gets arrested.
Definitely.
So, do you want to introduce yourself and let us
Yes.
know what...
My name is Abdul Khan. I have done criminology degree from the University of Guelph, and I have been a paralegal for 8 years. I have done criminal law, I have done traffic ticket law, small claims court, tribunals, and I work for foreign embassies.
Okay, so, and I am a social worker. My background is social worker and child and youth worker, and I'm curious to know what happens when a police makes an arrest and the process that follows.
Okay, so for example, someone gives a call. For example, you and me are arguing, and you give a police a call saying that there's a disturbance. The police comes. When the police comes, usually there's more than one cruiser because there's more than one party involved. So they take me and ask me what happened, and they take the person who gave the phone call. They get the first chance because they're the one that called. So they ask them what happened. They don't even talk to the person that is being called against. They don't even talk to him. So they get information from the other person. Then they come to a conclusion called there is enough evidence that there is a suspicion of an act has occurred. So they charge you, which means they arrest you, they read your rights, they put you in a cruiser and take you to the police station. When they arrest you and they read your charges, that is where the most fundamental destruction of the person's life begins. So when they take you to the police station, technically it's like a hall. So there's a cop on the pedestal and you're standing, and they ask you, do you know why are you here? Do you know what we're gonna do to you? Which means the charges that they're gonna levy against you. And then they put you in a lockup. Okay, then for 4 hours they talk around, they drink some coffee, they do some tests, check up on you, then they bring you out of the lockup and they say, listen, we came to a conclusion that we're gonna charge you for assault because you pushed the other person and you slapped her. Example. They give you a promise to appear, which means they're letting you go because you do not have a criminal record. They let you go with a promise to appear in court to deal with your charges. And the second paper they give you is called fingerprinting and criminal record discovery. So that happens 2, 3 weeks, 4 weeks after you get released. So you go to the police station, you give your fingerprints. But the key to understand is when you go to the police station to give your fingerprints and your mugshot, that's not the police. Mm-hmm. That is a third party, a private corporation that does that to you. And that is, they claim to protect your identity so that the police doesn't go around and, share it with. Okay? So after that, you go to your first appearance, which is promise to appear. Now keep in mind, if you have never been arrested, never been charged before, this is the moment where your life technically comes to a standstill. You apply for a job, that charge is going to show up. You apply for your law degree, when they do a criminal record check, that shows up. And one more thing, when you deal with your problems, your charges, you hire a great lawyer and he gets it withdrawn or thrown out of court, that does not justify that you have no criminal record. That just justifies that your criminal charges are gone, but the record that the court, the police, and the third party has, that stays forever. It never gets expunged. I came to find that out after 8 years of being a paralegal.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I guess then people really need to know that if they do have an argument with someone.
Yes, you have to be a cool-headed person to understand that, hey, let's create a good environment where our problems go away. Because as soon as you call the cop or the police, your conversation is being recorded. Mm-hmm. So the dispatch, when they let a cruiser go to your address, that's it. Something will happen. Somebody has to be picked up because a cruiser is there. 5 cops that were eating donuts and drinking coffee are here now.
So really, it doesn't matter if you're guilty or not guilty.
That absolutely
because
correct.
Once the police come and they make an arrest and they charge you,
yes, it's over.
It doesn't matter if you're guilty or not guilty.
You are a criminal.
Because Yeah,
Yes.
it will affect your employment.
Employment.
Your volunteer, maybe if you want to
Volunteer is
volunteer.
completely out of the question
Yeah.
now. Your ability to travel is also limited now. All right. Any other questions would you like to know?
No.
All right.
You answered them really well, and thank you.
Thank you very much.